Every buyer knows how to analyse a profit and loss statement. Far fewer know how to analyse the person sitting across the table. I've seen more acquisitions succeed or fail because of the seller rather than the numbers. If you're serious about buying a business in the next 12 months, I've created a live masterclass called the Business Acquisition Blueprint. We'll cover acquisition strategy, evaluating opportunities, financing pathways, and what it really means to become acquisition ready. And today's topic is actually one of the things we'll be discussing, because one of the biggest mistakes I see buyers make is assuming they're buying a business. They forget they're buying a business from a person. And understanding that person is often just as important as understanding the financial statements. Most buyers spend months analysing the business. They look at revenue, profit, margins, customers, industry trends, growth opportunities, and all of those things really matter. But very few buyers spend enough time trying to understand the seller. Why are they selling? What outcome are they hoping to achieve? What are they worried about? What does a successful transaction look like from their perspective? Because those answers can dramatically influence the quality of an acquisition. Let me give you an example. Imagine two businesses, same industry, similar revenue, similar profitability, similar asking price, similar growth opportunities. On paper, they're almost identical. But seller A is transparent, realistic, responsive, and genuinely committed to helping the buyer succeed after settlement. Seller B is defensive, slow to provide information, emotionally attached to the business, and reluctant to support the transition. The business didn't change, the seller did. And that can completely change the quality of the transaction. So one of the questions I always ask myself is, what are they really selling? Not the answer they put in the information memorandum, not the rehearsed answer, the real answer. Because different motivations create different transactions, and a seller who's retiring often behaves differently to a seller who's burnt out. A seller dealing with health issues behaves differently to someone chasing their next opportunity. A partnership dispute creates a different dynamic. A family situation creates a different dynamic. And understanding those motivations helps you understand the transaction sitting in front of you. In many cases, the seller's motivations tell you more about the opportunity than the financial statements, because the transactions are ultimately human. So people make decisions, people negotiate, people create friction, and people solve problems. The one thing I've learned over the years is that good transactions are rarely just about numbers. They're about trust, they're about communication, they're about expectations, and they're about relationships. The buyer who understands this tends to have better conversations. They ask better questions, they build better rapport, and they often uncover information that never appears in financial statements. So that's why I encourage buyers to think beyond the numbers. Don't just analyse the business, analyse the situation, analyse the seller, analyse the motivations, analyse the circumstances. Because buying a business isn't a simple financial transaction, it's a transfer of knowledge, a transfer of relationships, a transfer of responsibility, and in many cases a transfer of someone's life work. Then the best buyers understand that, and they approach the process accordingly. They don't just try to understand the business, they try to understand the person behind it. Because when you understand the seller, you often understand the deal. And when you understand the deal, you make better decisions. So that's exactly the type of thinking we'll be exploring in the Business Acquisition Blueprint, because becoming acquisition ready isn't just about understanding financial statements, it's about understanding transactions and understanding how experienced buyers think differently. If you're serious about acquiring a business in the next 12 months, I'd encourage you to register. Attendance is limited to 50 participants to maintain the quality and interaction of the session. I'd love to see you there. Thanks for watching.